Hello friends, welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. Today we're still once again outside. I'm sitting by my fire in the backyard. It's been a chilly, wet, rainy morning in Arizona, but I still like to be out, so I thought I'd sit outside and read to you today. So Wisdom Wednesdays, we are reading in the book of Proverbs. Today we're still in the second section. It's going to go on for, another quite a few, because there's 15 sections. We're only on number 4. This is the third paternal appeal, fear the Lord. It's in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 through 12. Wisdom Wednesdays, the third paternal appeal, fear the Lord, Proverbs 3, 1 through 12. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and years of life and peace will add to you. They will add to you. Let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and goodness in the sight of man, or of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, or be weary of his reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father the son in whom he delights. I stumble over sometimes the way I read things because I have read in many different translations. This is the ESV, so sometimes I get the words sort of turned around backwards, but that's all that really is because I remember them in a different way. This section here, I know a lot of people have put to memory, and I love this because it talks about length of days and years of life and peace they will add to you. I'm talking about not forgetting the commandments. And I would say, yes, this is from a father, but in more, we talk about voice. Is in particular, the reason why I'm saying this is more God speaking is because when you look here in the verses that follow that, it talks about binding them on your neck and writing them on a tablet of your heart. Those are things that the Jewish people were told to do with the commandments of the Lord. And so this wouldn't necessarily be something that Solomon is telling his son to say about his words, but about the words of God. And I also love this section here about trust the Lord with all your heart, where it says that he will make straight your paths. I think we have to remember that we have to acknowledge the Lord in that, he's the one that makes the path. It's not you. It's sort of like when James says in the book of James, it's not, we can't say today or tomorrow we will do this, except to say that we must be mindful that we may not be here today or tomorrow. And so it's as the Lord wills, we do these things and acknowledge his sovereignty. I was thinking about this last part about, it talks about what you do with your wealth here and how important that is. And we've really sort of forgotten about the fact that all that we have is actually God's. And that's true for the believer and the unbeliever, the saint and the ain't. Heard that phrase. Anyway, and so if you're greedy for gain, you may have that on this earth, but that's not going to go well with you. And many people who are greedy for gain don't have a whole lot of friends because, well, who likes hanging around someone who's greedy for gain? They're typically kind of mean too, and you gotta watch your back. The last part here where it talks about discipline from the Lord, my husband and I just did a devotion on that this morning. And one of the things that I realized was that I can really see the Lord's work in me through the power of the Holy Spirit as that coin has really flipped. I suppose you could say, if I was an unbeliever, I may have gotten to that point now, even as an older woman, that I don't see discipline as I'm missing out on something anymore. I recognize why I need to discipline myself in so many areas of my life, and I recognize why the Lord wants me to be disciplined and continues to reproof me and send me back and point me in the right direction when I stumble on the same things over and over. And so I see it differently. It's not a burden on my back. I don't despise it as I once did. Now it's flipped, and I understand how important that is. And I was thinking about young people and how they use this term called adulting. That never was a thing. It seems like this generation wants to act like having that responsibility and having to have discipline in their life is so awful. But when I look back on even my own children, when I was disciplining them, and where that led, they wanted to do their own thing. They wanted that independence. They wanted to be in charge and take responsibility. And I'm not sure what has flipped, except that it is hard to take responsibility when your undisciplined behavior creates a very difficult life. I'm just going to leave that sitting as it is. I think for believers, it's very clear. The Lord reproves whom he loves, as a father, the son in whom he delights. You should feel the reproof and the discipline of the Lord because he loves you. If you are a believer, you have accepted and received and believe and are born again. That is the role you're in. And in every part of your life, you need to apply it. And it's very clear here, talking about, how you look at the law, how you think about your plans for the future, turning from evil and fearing only the Lord, remembering that your money doesn't belong to you and you need to give. These are all, parts of life, parts of adulting, as the younger generation would say. That's a whole other topic. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesdays. The third parental appeal, fear the Lord, in Proverbs chapter 3, 1 through 12 in the ESV. Bye.